Okay, this is a video response to the "Oh my God, Communication Sucks" post by Stoughton88 on YouTube. In the little message, more info blurb thing beside the video, he asks a couple of questions, and I'd like to respond to those, as well as to just the things he actually said in the video. There's three main questions there. He wanted to know, does the simplicity and utter ease of communication through new technology, does it cause us to take conversation and communication for granted? I really think it does. I can't count the number of times that I've had somebody send me a text message or send me an email or a message on Facebook or something on MSN or whatever instant messaging program saying, "Hey, what's up?" And then when I actually answer them, they don't seem to care, or they change the subject three times, or they don't seem to really want to actually say anything. They'll just. I've had somebody send me a message that was just LOL for about 5 minutes. I said something like, "Hey, what's up?" "Ah, not too much, just playing some WoW, doing this. Do you want to help me run this dungeon?" Their response was LOL. And then I was like, "What are you talking about? Did you, click the wrong window or something?" Just lol. And they're like, "Are you even reading what I'm saying? Like, are you thinking about, maybe what I meant by something? Or are you just, you're talking for the sake of hearing your own voice, or in this case, seeing your own text on the screen?" It really is kind of pathetic. It does completely destroy, I think, the intimacy and the power of dialogue, because what a lot of people don't know is that when you're talking to somebody face to face, they can see your body language, your expression, they can hear the tone of your voice, how you're pausing to emphasize things, then as well as just the actual words you're saying. There's a lot of meaning that you can put behind something. When you're dealing with text, you're getting about 10% of what the full communication is that the person could be saying to you. Because, I could just say, "No, thank you," in MSN, just type that out, "No, thank you." And somebody could read that as, "No, thank you," or "No, thank you," or "No, thank you." Like, there's lots of different ways you can say things, and I think a lot of people really don't understand that when you're sending somebody a text message or an instant message, you really have to actually read what you're saying before you hit enter, and, maybe add in some, like, funny things like sarcasm, and then say your line, or LOL at the end if you actually are laughing, or just throw in an emoticon just to kind of give an idea of maybe what your facial expression should be when you're sending a message. But people don't bother to put that in there because it takes up too much time or too much effort or too many character spaces in, like, the 140 you're allowed for a text message. So you're not getting the full effect of what people are actually trying to say to you these days, because they don't seem to want to take the bother or take the time out of their day to either call you on the phone or actually find you physically and talk to you. Or in this case, through video, because you can still hear tone of voice, gestures, facial expression, and all that stuff. Um, these days, I find that, sometimes I really am a bit of a slave to the technology, because it is much easier for me to figure out how to do certain things if I'm dealing in text, because if I'm having a lengthy discussion or a disagreement or a debate about something, I can never have to remember, "Oh, wait, what did they say a couple minutes ago?" Because you can just scroll back up. But at the same time, I think it kind of kills the fact that nobody's really listening to you, because they know they can just scroll back up or check their message log or something to find out what you said. So people pay less attention to what you're actually saying. And it takes a lot longer to get things sorted out or to, get a point across, because nobody's really paying as much attention as they should. Um, I get a lot of messages that are just nothing. They're fluff messages. I've actually had somebody, one of the girls I work with, send me a message from across the room when we were both at work. I work in a restaurant inside of an arcade, and she was working at the front cash of the arcade, and we can see each other. We're maybe 10 meters apart. And instead of just, and there was nobody really in the area, like, it was very quiet. Instead of just going, "Hey, Asia, can you order my lunch for me now so that it's ready for my break?" She sends me a text message going, "Hey, are you there?" Which cost me 15 cents. And then I hollered across the room, "Yeah, I'm here, what's up?" And instead of responding to me verbally when I had responded back to her like that, she sent me a text message going, "My break is in about 15 minutes. Can you order a cheese pizza for me and a small Diet Pepsi and put it on my tab?" And I was just like, so I hollered back, "Yeah, sure." You know, Whatever. Put it in her tab and stuff like that. And I told her, I said, "Don't send me text messages like that, hun, because it costs me money to receive them. I don't have a text messaging plan." She typed back, LOL, instead of just saying, "Oh, I'm sorry." She didn't even care that she was, one, inconveniencing me because I had to keep going to check my phone because she wouldn't answer me. But on top of that, you're not supposed to be texting people when you're at work. Like, that's a big no-no from management for pretty well anywhere. You don't do shit like that when you're working. They're paying you to do your job. They're not paying you to play around with your phone. You know, I'm sort of exempt in some situations of using my phone at work because I'm the one who's responsible for sending messages to all of the other people that I work with in my little department of when they are working. So occasionally I will get a message saying, you know, hey, I'm sick, or my soccer practice got moved. I need to switch things around. In which case I'm entitled to use my phone to send a couple of messages to some people going, oh, hey, can you cover so and so's shift? I can't, you know, I double booked you guys. You could take the day off. Do you want to work this day? You know, it's a holiday coming up. Make sure you can get here. You know, your bus isn't going to be running or whatnot. That's an acceptable use of technology. I really don't think it's acceptable to be just, you know, sending somebody an inane message when you can't wait 5 minutes until your break starts to go and physically talk to them. It's pathetic. And it really sort of kills the fact that, you know, you can actually sit down with your friends on a weekend or something like that and just, you know, have a good conversation. I used to go into coffee shops and I used to see people, like, you know, in groups of 2 or 3 or 4, whatever, you know, sitting there with, you know, something to drink or something to eat, and they'd be talking and, you know, having a good time. More and more these days, I'm going in and I'm seeing 3 or 4 people sitting at a table with their laptops out, and they're not talking to each other at all. But I can see on their screens that they're all using MSN and they're all talking to each other, and occasionally one person will laugh and the other people are like, yeah, I thought that was funny too. And it's just like, you're this far away from each other. Why are you sending instant messages? You could just talk. You're wasting your laptop battery. You're wasting perfectly good network connection for people who might actually need to be using it at that place. And really, do you need to send somebody a text message when they're right across the table from you? Come on.